Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 881. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. "The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived." Robert Jordan. It's a fantastic quote about resilience, especially in these times. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Monday episodes here on the show for the foreseeable future are devoted to crowdsourcing a book idea, a project I have in mind called Pandemic Stories. The idea is to crowdsource an anthology book about personal stories from this important time in history. For more details and to get caught up on the assignments thus far, you might want to go back to August 16th, episode number 853, and then listen to subsequent Mondays after that. My ultimate plan here is to collect these stories from those of you willing to participate and then publish them as an anthology. But whether you are interested in being a part of the published final product or not, I do hope you'll at least participate in the writing assignments. If for no other reason, then to get it all out. Get it all out on paper. Whatever you've been carrying around with you, whatever you are carrying around with you about the pandemic, or any of the events related to it. All points of view are welcome here, so pen names are welcome if you'd rather contribute your story anonymously. The whole idea is get it out and let's document this time with these individual stories. So here's the plan. Each Monday here on the show, I will give you an assignment to help you formulate your individual pandemic story, or depending on your experience, maybe multiple stories. Think of it this way. The media is covering the big collective story. But similar to as in memoirs, there are countless, probably infinite, smaller stories. The pandemic as seen through narrow lenses, personal slivers of the larger story. And that's what I'm looking for. Think of Forrest Gump. Even as a work of fiction, it did a great job demonstrating the value of a memoir. One man's slice of life against a backdrop of bigger events, like, for instance, the Vietnam War. So I'm looking for your personal slice of the pandemic. Here is this week's writing assignment, and we are up to assignment number 4 already, to help you put together your pandemic story. How were you affected by the first death you heard about from COVID that was somehow attached to you, even as a friend of a friend of a friend on social media? Just go back and think about that first time you heard someone died from, as they were calling it back then, the coronavirus, and they were connected to you in some way. How were you affected by this? Write about the impact of having a personal face on the news story versus just statistics on the news. So that is this week's assignment. And please also remember to drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. I always put the link in the show notes. And let me know if you're taking part in this, whether for yourself personally or maybe to be a part of the final book anthology, perhaps. I'm not asking for any commitments, anything like that. Just kind of curious to see who's in at this point. And I will, of course, let you all know when it's time to send me stories and how to do that. We're not there yet, but never fear. I will keep you informed here on Mondays. And remember, please tell the others. Please tell anyone you know who might be interested in this idea, especially those who have a compelling personal story from the pandemic. Tell them to listen to the show here on Mondays. Tell them what we're trying to do. Tell them how we're trying to help. And just a quick thank you to those of you who are doing that. I'm seeing the tweets and the Facebook posts, and thanks for tagging me. I really, really appreciate that you're taking my please tell the others message to heart. Super appreciate that. So please continue to do so. Let's do something good here. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And I would be so appreciative if you could subscribe and follow the show wherever you happen to be listening to it, and leave a review while you're there. Thank you so much. Until tomorrow, happy writing.